work for CELA as executive director. It was great. It was a lot of fun to work with Eka, and uh, I'm glad I'm able to rejoin some of the activities of the network. I'm connecting with you from Prague, and it's a wonderful opportunity to engage with you, and especially as a moderator for this interesting discussion. I I was kind of appointed, I think, by our country director, Jarkin, to be in this role today. And I'm very happy that I can do it with three wonderful women of CELA Kyrgyzstan. And we'll talk about women entrepreneurship. Let me first introduce them to you. So we have three CELA members, members of CELA Kyrgyzstan, great active members of our country team that will be leading today's discussion. We'll be talking about what fuels uh, women entrepreneurship. We have Nuraim Manapbaeva, who is here. A wonderful new hairstyle. Now she's CELA 15, executive coach and director of the Institute of Mentoring and Coaching with 20, more than 25 years of leadership experience and more than 500 hours of coaching delivered internationally. And she also serves as CELA Consul for CELA Kyrgyzstan team. Next, we'll have Childiz Asambaeva, CELA 17. She's in rural development, works for UN World Food Program on climate resilience, and she will be sharing her stories of working with women and entrepreneurs in vulnerable communities in Kyrgyzstan. And Aidzhan Karieva, also CELA 17. So CELA 17 is really well represented today. She works at Kyrgyzstan's largest bank, Eldik Bank, which means People's Bank. She's head of ESG there, leading the bank's sustainability strategy and positioning the bank as a national pioneer in responsible finance. So we'll hear about the banking sector and how the banking sector supports women entrepreneurs in Kyrgyzstan. What is it that pushes women entrepreneurship in Kyrgyzstan, and what resources are available for women in Kyrgyzstan? What kind of what is it that they're taking advantage of? This is what we'll be discussing today. And my first question would be for Nuraim. You're in coaching and mentorship programs. What kind of programs, mentorship programs are available for women in Kyrgyzstan, and how are they making a difference for their businesses? And I know you have some interesting success stories to share with us. Can you please do that?
Yes, thank you, Kadir. And I really enjoyed today's session because of since we have Kadir making podcasts, and it's a really great opportunity to talk about this. It's just a matter of we are having in our country right now. But on this platform, it's really nice to share and not told about it. So back to your question, Kadir, it's a very deep question, and it's a kind of horizontal, bright question. And it is about programs, and it is about support our women entrepreneurs can have in our country, not just in our country, because I have been joining not only national but Central Asian programs which was supporting women entrepreneurs. And it is about how can we find and support their capacities, because it doesn't matter where this capacity is low or high. It doesn't matter in which area, in which sector woman is working. It's just a matter of what kind of support, which is financial and mentorship support, or maybe even just a mental support our women can use to be successful in their fields of work. And speaking about the mentorship programs, let me tell you that more than 5 or maybe 7 years, we have already different kind of mentorship programs in our country. and they are implemented by sort of donors supported finance supported donors, and there are programs which are supported by the entrepreneurs of our country. And I have been working for several mentorship programs for women entrepreneurs. They could have their capacities known. They've got trainings, they've got coaches, they've got mentors who were providing them all kind of necessary support for the woman. And if we are going to be precise, it is about the mentorship programs which is provided by EBRD. There are programs which are provided by UNDP. There are programs provided by AP, Accelerate Prosperity, which are supported by Aga Khan Foundation, etc. And it's a really complex programs, and we can say that it's not just about training, or it's not just about the person who is having several issues to raise their businesses. It's a complex programs which are implemented in our country. And the main difference for women entrepreneurs, who is joining one of these programs, it's about community. It is about trainings. It is about people. It is about experiences. It is about how can they be exploring themselves. It is about how they can be experiencing their capacities, and that kind of things. Just to keep short and answering your question, Kadir.
And you said that you had an interesting success story to share with us. What is it about a woman entrepreneur who achieved big milestones for her growing business? Can you please tell us about it?
Yes. So if we speak about success, it's really very hard to measure, because the success for each person, for each woman entrepreneur, can be very different, and it's very unique. But the story I was sharing with you just recently, it is about a woman. She was making kind of, she's working in the south of our country, and she's making, she's busy with in the field of nuts and pistachio, etc. And one thing is, she was a kind of a supplier for a private companies who were just gathering all the pistachio volume of nuts. But because, and maybe thanks for the mentorship program, she could get a very good contract, which is about one of the biggest companies in our country, and it is we can say the name. It is Kulikov. They make all kinds of things, and they are very popular in our country. So the success of this mentee in our mentorship program is she got a contract with this big company just to supply in a certain amount of pistachios. So Kulikov is using for their products, and this was just because of our program. And it is about not just to get a mentor or coach or something. It was a complex program, and she was able to be trained. She was able to get all the necessary knowledges to went through this expert program, because it was tailored for the fields who has the most capacity to be exported. And it is about nuts, it's about handicraft, it is about natural honey, and this is about the tourism. So one of the cases I can share it is that thanks to this mentorship program, she got this contract, and now she doesn't have to look for the small and maybe private companies just to supply and to prepare her product. There is one company and there is one contract, and she is just preparing all the products just for this company, and it means that she has a sustainable income for her family, for the families they are working for her family, etc. And it's just amazing case here.
Thank you, Nuraim. This case highlights the importance of mentorship programs and the kind of resources that they provide for women to be successful and move forward their own businesses. Aidzhan, you work at a bank, one of the largest banks in Kyrgyzstan. Can you please share with us whether commercial banks provide necessary resources for women entrepreneurs? From stats, from figures, we see that less than 20% of loans are actually dispersed to women in Kyrgyzstan. Is it because there are less women entrepreneurs in general that need such loans, or banks are just not, the bank loans are not designed for their specific needs? And also, I would like to ask you how your bank is supporting women. Can you please share some stories?
Um, Hello, Kadir. Hello, everyone. It's nice to see you all here. Thank you that you find your time for our call today. And so we have several questions, but I just want to start with the big data, with the big picture of what's going on right now with the women businesses. In Kyrgyzstan today, around 170,000 women run businesses, from small family enterprises to farms to export-oriented companies, big companies. And women make over 40% of all entrepreneurs, and their contribution to our national economy is growing. And according to the National Statistic Committee, more than 142,000 women received businesses loans in 2024, which is 48% of all entrepreneurial loans to individuals. That means almost every second business loan in the country now goes by women. And also, women account for nearly 58% of all microcredit borrowers. Usually microcredits are on a very high percentage rate, so prove that women is not waiting for the perfect conditions. They are creating opportunities right now if they have this access to the opportunity to borrow the money from microcredit borrowers, from microcredit companies. And altogether, women entrepreneurs received 27 billion Kyrgyz soms in business loans, about 37% of the total volume of business credit in the country. And in our bank, in Eldik Bank, we support women. Supporting women is not just our social responsibility, but it's a strategic priority. Already, it's strategic priorities that embedded in our sustainable development and ESG agenda. And we've seen, based on our experience, we've seen that the women are among the most reliable and responsible clients. They plan very carefully and they repay on time. So they are best bank clients right now. So our data show that loan repayments rates among women are 2 to 3 times better than the general average. And that even more striking, many women become repeat clients, building long-term trust-based relationships with their bank. In Eldik Bank, we create our own product for women. It's Nuraim, which means businesswoman, to support women entrepreneurs, especially in rural areas. The program combines 3 pillars: access to finance, it's affordable loans with flexible payment schedules and lower collateral requirements; capacity building, business training, financial literacy, and mentoring from experienced women entrepreneurs; and networking, helping women connect with suppliers, markets, and digital tools to grow their businesses. And since it's launched in 2023, it's over 400 women received support through the Nuraim product in Eldik Bank. Most of them live outside the capital. It's in Osh, Naren, Talas, and Issyk regions and rural areas where access to finance and training used to be limited.
And what is it that make women clients of your bank most more most reliable? You said that with this product, Ishkeraim, the repayment rate is 100%.
100%, yes.
I find this actually very interesting.
Yes.
That specifically this product actually highlights the how reliable women are.
It's very outstanding indicators for our bank is just outstanding. So they are the women entrepreneurs, our best clients.
And the resources that the bank provide to women entrepreneurs,
It's our own
your own
resources.
resources, or you also take advantage of loans coming or grants coming from international financial institutions?
Right now, we are trying to get the resources from the international institutions, from the funds, but this special product, Ishkeraim, is from our own resources, internal bank resources.
Yeah. Is it a general trend with Kyrgyzstan's commercial banks to design unique products for women entrepreneurs?
Can you repeat the question again?
Is it a general trend?
I think so. Yes, I think
Yeah.
so. Yeah, I think so.
Now we'll go to Julius. Can you please share your observations of women's role in communities you work with in terms of their leadership in dealing with climate resilience across the country, and how are they shaping the business environment in their own communities?
Yes, thank you, Kadir, and good evening, good afternoon to everyone. Thank you so much for joining. Yes, our webinar, I think those some insights coming from what Nuraim has mentioned about the different actual factors that motivates women in the end to develop themselves in this entrepreneurship. And now I'm thinking about this psychological factor as well, that how mentorship helps actually women to believe in herself. And then Aidzhan is mentioning that is a really trend, I think, in the Kyrgyz Republic for more women to start their businesses from small to medium size. And we are not only speaking, I think, about the women who are making, like there are women who are leading the family businesses, of course, the women that are have a good finance to start, yes, kind of a maybe first fund, but at the same time, those women who maybe have an idea and a dream, and some idea, those really creative women whom we really meet, I think, every day. And of course, in my work, and I work in the World Food Program mainly with the rural communities, because our mandate is about food security and ensuring that there are stable agricultural production and there is a resilient communities developing in the Kyrgyz Republic. I also meet and sometimes wonderful women, and I see that they are not only they are part of the household, but they are leaders themselves. Sometimes they just lead those the income. There are still many women in the rural area who are the we call them single-headed household, but they woman-headed households that are they are the only one income generators for their families. So of course, when we see rural women in the Kyrgyz Republic, we can imagine, yes, how much of unpaid care work she does, child care. We can imagine like all this daily routine domestic work that she's doing every day in rural area. There are a lot, because the lady I will speak about, she just was explaining to me that she's milking cow in the morning, preparing breakfast, cooking, and then dinner, and then she makes homework with her children, and she grows a lot of vegetables, at her household. And additionally, she's also thinking about that kind of a basic food consumption for her family, but she's also thinking how to find additional money to buy clothes for her children. And when we look at the Kyrgyzstan is of course very much also agricultural country. When we think about the way that she grows some fruits and some vegetables, of course she is also affected by that climate shock that we are facing. So she already facing some barriers on her path, And now additionally, that climate shocks, because now in the Kyrgyz Republic, I mean, we speak about the drought that is already affecting the agricultural yields, yes, and less harvest received this year. Drought, diseases, of course, because of the drought that are coming, like locust, for example. Locust outbreak was also in this year actually affected our wheat fields. Heat waves, I mean, there are a lot of frosts. So what we see actually when we work with communities, around 60, even more, like I would say 66 or 67% of all participants of our training sessions about the climate smart practices, about the climate, how to use, let's say, weather information to plan the agricultural season, are women. Women, they are very much interested and want to receive that knowledge. So there is a high demand because still they are the ones to lead different really households, different families, but we really observe those who want to. But so if we speak about the climate resilience, I would say they are really the leaders in promoting these new innovations and technologies for climate adaptation. And I don't know, Kadir, if I can move and speak about the one lady. Just 2 weeks ago, I visited Nuraim province, and there was another one more, and I was quite impressed with one woman. If I can I? Yeah, sure. Let me just for a few minutes share my screen. Okay. Oh.
You may not have the permission to share the screen. I think it depends on
Yes,
Gina. If you want.
No, I think I had before, but okay, Gina, I will go then for screen sharing, and then we'll open the slides. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Can you see my slide? Okay. So first, I don't know, I think now who is with us, but if those people who are from Central Asia, yes, I think this product is well known in our Turk states, and even I know in Mongolia definitely, and I think in many of the countries this is kurut. This is kurut, traditional dried product. Kurut is actually if you can translate it as a dry from Turk, I think, language, and it's a snack. Yes, salty, made of any milk like cow and goat milk can be used to prepare kurut. Salty, sometimes a bit like a tangy, rich in protein and mineral salts, and what it symbolizes for the sorry, I think you can see also this one. So it's actually symbolized, I think, the resilience of the nomadic life. Why? Because before we were preparing it, it's the product that that can be saved, yes, for the quite a long period of time. So that's kurut, and now we have a lot of types of kurut that are produced here. And the lady her name is Nurgul Shinkulova. She's 40 years old, and she has 4 children. She told me about the 20 types of kurut that she's preparing. But while she's preparing, she's married, and her husband is he's employed again also in agricultural sector. He's taking care of the cattle and planting forage and fodder crops. So she was saying that her family loves kurut, and they were thinking about the different types of kurut, but at the same time she was thinking of the way, because you know kurut, if it's properly prepared and it doesn't contain wheat flour, it becomes like a stone, yes, very much hard. And then she was thinking about any recipe that can be where the kurut can still be used, but can serve as a snack for her children to go out, and kind of that idea she was thinking of. And just also, I think I will be Jab. So Nurgul lives in Nuraim province, which is mountainous province of the Kyrgyz Republic, quite high mountainous area, and she moved there. She's basically from Issyk province, but then she met her husband and moved to the village back in 17 years ago, because her husband is youngest in the family, and there's a tradition youngest in the family should stay with his parents. So now she's enjoying her village life, and for quite a long time she was mainly, of course, taking care of her family, doing daily routine, rural work, and mainly domestic work. And then back in 17, that idea came up to her. And by chance, she gained the importance of supporting women and providing them training and kind of a mentorship. Came from from the program, which is called One Village, One Product, where she met where she passed some training. And then that idea came to her, why cannot she, if she has already a recipe in her mind, start producing kind of a unique product for Nuraim, using these local resources, because wheat flour is there, and of course, and kurut they are making on a daily basis. So, and then, but it took her quite time to fine-tune the recipe. So it was kind of an additional idea that she was driven by that idea, by at the same time just doing her like a normal daily life. And in 2020, she says the first she got that support from One Village, One Product. They funded the and they have issued the first really boxes of this cookie with kurut, cookie that contains kurut. And then it actually was a COVID time. She says it was another barrier, and then they failed. So they were earning not much, like 11 USD in the end. She earned, and then she stopped and started maybe to improving recipe itself, thinking that maybe people didn't like the taste of that cookie. And so, and gradually, it took some time. Gradually, she was not giving up and selling small, really portions of this cookie with kurut. And now, now in the country, we have a lot of tourists that are coming, and this is bestseller among tourists that are coming to the Kyrgyz Republic, that are visiting, like hiking, I don't know, alpinists, and this is bestseller among them because it provides them right combination of with energy and some proteins that they need. There are many things that I can speak of her, because she was really thinking about the nutritional value of that cookie as well. She's thinking still improving this recipe, but the thing is that now, by just living her life with her 4 children, she already generates income for her, which is around like 300 to 500 USD per month. And she created job for 10 women in the village. And I want to highlight a bit of social aspect in here, because what she's making, she creates environment when women can come and work, do seasonal work with their children. So there is always a room where the children can be, and the woman can help them and earn some money. And this is a very important aspect. Why? Because there were a lot of experience when the women are trained, but then when it's time to come and start working, there are always some barriers, like I give you an example of the sewing factory when WFP trained around 80 women, like sewing techniques, because there wasn't a factory opening in the southern part of the country. But then in the end, out of 80 women, only 5% in the end came and started working. Why? Because their husbands, their mother-in-law, their family told them, who will take care of the children? Who will milk the cow? Who will prepare the dinner? So, I mean, for kind of finding job, one thing, but then, so this, I think, woman, amazing thing that she is also supporting kind of psychologically, like giving that space for women. You can come, please work, you can come with your child. And so I think I was kind of impressed. Thank you.
It is fascinating that despite all that burden that she had at home in her household, she still found time and resources to put together her small business and sell this really cool product. There've been, I've seen an increasing number of really cool products of, kurut, chocolates with kurut, just really interesting. And it's pretty clear that behind these new products, there are women entrepreneurs, because men don't really go into such products and such businesses.
Mm.
So
Mhm.
this was the introductory part of our conversation. I would like to
Mhm.
open the floor to questions and discussion. Your comments. There is a question from Albina Tolbaeva. Did you have mentors and how did you find them? Nuraim, probably maybe you can answer this and feel free to answer if you'd like to. Aidzhan,
Yes,
answer this.
yes. Thank you, Kadir. I've read this question in the chat, and I just take my phone number. It's a matter of just to keep in touch. According to the question of which is in chat, it is about program. It depends on programs, I mean. But there is still ongoing program which you can use, and you call it we call it micro mentor. It's a program and it's a product of UABRD. And since we have different kind of organizations, they are offering and implementing mentorship programs. It's just a matter of being in touch with people who are aware of the program. So that's why I decided to share my contacts and be in touch. But actually, it depends on each program. There are criteria to for the mentors. They are going to be chosen for each program, and it depends also all of the concept and design of mentorship. So
And
for
the
now,
question was,
this
Noreen, did you have a mentor for yourself?
yes, I am.
Yeah.
I'm doing a mentorship. Yes,
No, did you have a mentor?
Me, of course.
Yeah.
I will have more than mentor. I have a coach and a mentor, yes, and supervisors. It depends on the fields I'm in.
Was it useful, helpful?
Yes, of course, because we are not staying at the same stage. We are growing, and there is a concept of lifelong learning. And so that's why in each stage and in each experience you are having in your stage of your life, then you need a person who is just good to guide you and has more experience at the same stage you are reaching. So that's why it's very important to have a mentor for professional sense. It's a good thing is to have a coach, and of course, it's a professional wise to have a supervisor to be good in your profession.
Do this. Mirgul, was she able to access mentorship programs, or she did it just by trying and failing and trying and failing?
She was able that actually was provided by not mentorship, but kind of a more like training, I think, activities and working on the receipt and the food safety standards, because of course, like WFP provides training, but also One Village, One Product. This is JICA supported program, Japan agency. So I think not really mentorship, but she was asking that's again, there is, I think, still demand for such kind of again, she has her own rural community, yes. She meets with the woman, but I think there is a demand for the community like Nuraim is mentioning, the woman entrepreneurs community, where she can a little bit learn more. So in her case, she was just passing the training, I think, on receipt preparation, on packaging, on branding, marketing, and that food safety standards, HACCP, all that.
Yes, there is one thing more, Kadir, I would just add, and it is according on finance, and it's about communities, and it's about business association. They can handle and just be a backup for that for women entrepreneur who were joining that kind of programs. It is not enough just to join a mentorship program. It's also it makes sense to be a member of a business association. This is the one thing. And since we have all these communities, and since we have different kind of programs, and this is also about the national programs who are going to support women entrepreneurs. And the banking sector this is the most progressive sector, which is going to support women entrepreneurs designing special products, for instance, credit programs or maybe other programs. And there are also national-based donors programs who are going to support women entrepreneurs just to help them to raise their businesses. So it's a really good thing, not just to join a mentorship program, but also to be able to stay in this community and be a member of a certain business association. And this is something which was included in mentorship programs. So there is a sustainable issue topic too.
Thank you, Nuraim. Do we have, yeah, we can take questions from our friends. Can you please let me know if you have questions or you have comments for today's session? Or you would like to respond to what our ladies just said? Yeah, you let me know if you have questions, either in the chat or use a voice. I would like to ask Aidzhan, in your experience of working with women entrepreneurs for the bank, what are the qualities that you see in the businesses that women run? How do they grow, and how do you see them get support or support each other?
Okay, based on our experience, we see that more and more women starting businesses, not just in traditional male-dominated sectors. And it's really interesting. For example, like car repairing services, like construction, bricks productions, and all kinds of businesses. But we do have very strong dominated historical textile industry that usually mostly run by the women entrepreneurs. And also I want to share our experience, how we provide the information for our clients, for the women entrepreneurs. We established in our bank gender committee, which serves like a platform for sharing the experience from our existing clients to the newer clients that are coming, and they share their practical experience, share the knowledge. And also we also conduct the regular training sessions for our clients, for our women entrepreneurs. I get the feedback from them, what we need to do. And what we see right now, that businesses are growing. They require a bigger amount of loans. And right now we are trying to make some new changes to our existing program and scale the amount of loan up to from 3 million to up to 5 million, and for a 7-year period of time.
Thank you, Aidzhan, for communities that you work with. Do you see that there's a lack of resources there, or it's the situation has improved in terms of banking products or advisory services and support?
I think it's improving. It's definitely improving step by step. We see many now. Well, that the farmer whom again I met 2 weeks ago, he mentioned that now he's will soon receive loan with quite a nice percent of like a 2 or 3% from some development fund. So that actually means that so far, like the credit products are becoming more available for the rural, of course, families. And but it's gradually, I would say, gradually improving, but still there is a high demand, because again, there is a lot of discussions about how to attract climate finance, how to make climate finance to available, how to really create banking and credit products that, for example, women can also use, how can adapt them. Yes, more like we have the gender lens. Look from gender lens, look at the financial product, and here I think there is still need, because because of course the biggest issue for the woman from the rural area who wants to take a credit is a collateral. So even they just sometimes asking if as a collateral they can give something, some jewel that came from her mom, or like something that they have, not maybe cattle, a cow or something, but something sometimes different. So we see there is still maybe, especially when we think about the woman, think again from the credit and banking product from that perspective. But again, gradually growing in terms of financial resources. Yes, there is a need.
Thank you, Julius.
I have answered.
Yeah, there's a question from Shahida. What's the interest rate for loans under Ishkiraim product? And I wanted to add to that what Julius said in terms of collateral is how does your bank approach the collateral issue for women entrepreneurs? Are they the same as for other products, bank products that you offer, or there's some specific requirements for collateral in Ishkiraim product, which is product designed for women entrepreneurs? Aidzhan?
Right now, it's previously it's been 14% interest rate, but right now it's 16. But we hope we find new partners that will invest in our Ishkiraim product program, and we will try to find affordable loans and affordable conditions. Try to establish affordable conditions in this kind of loans, especially made for women entrepreneurs. Creating.
And in terms of collateral, you apply the same approach?
It's usually yes, we try to make lower collateral requirements for this kind of programs, but still we need this collateral.
60%, just to share with the audience, 16% it's actually below the market. So it's a pretty favorable interest rate compared to other bank products that are generally available. And Ishkiraim, Dina, you're asking what is Ishkiraim? Ishkiraim just means women entrepreneur. So it's a bank product called woman. Businesswoman, yeah, probably. Yeah, businesswoman. Yes. Yeah, businesswoman, right. Yeah. Thanks for correcting me, Aidzhan. We've hit the 45-minute mark here. I would like to actually engage the audience and let the audience, our friends, ask questions, or if you have something to say about this, contribute to our discussion.
Yeah. While we are still waiting for questions from the audience, there is a very fundamental thing I would love to put, just to be fair. And it is about that we have actually a national program for supporting women entrepreneurs. This is the one thing. And the second thing is there are certain budgets and there are certain organizations which are international. They have been supporting that kind of programs. And also we are celebrating each year, and it's already more than maybe close to 10 years, we are celebrating International Day of a women entrepreneur, and one of the CELA members, she's ambassador for this day, and it's celebrated each November. And just to be fair, I wanted to add it. So based on these national programs, and I think this what we have right now in our market, in our country, and even in Central Asia region, this is the consequences that we have been working on that kind of national programs, and we knew that it is a good thing to support women entrepreneurs in each sense. So that's why we can share right now that changes we have in our market right now. There are a lot of programs, mentorship programs we have in our country, and there are women who really appreciate that kind of formats to raise their businesses and be very useful for the society and use their capacities. This is something I would love to add.
Thank you, Nuraim. Any questions, comments from our friends that are here with us? There's a question from Asun. I would like to learn. Yeah, we will address that after I wrap it up. Thank you. We'll talk about CELA membership and opportunities for CELA mentorship. Well, in terms of mentorship, I think we encourage you to reach out to our members, especially those that are in the mentorship sector. I'm sure you will find great support from our members in terms of mentorship and the kind of support mentorship that you need. Generally, I think today's discussion highlighted the important role that women play in Kyrgyzstan's economy, and actually growing role that women play in Kyrgyzstan's economy. And despite sort of some traditional obstacles that are associated with women's role in our society, they still are able to move forward, create their own businesses, lead in various business sectors. And I think even CELA Kyrgyzstan's membership and the kind of women that we have in our CELA group really, I think, highlights that. And there are more difficulties. There's more obstacles certainly that women face in Kyrgyzstan because of family duties and other things. But generally, it is very encouraging to see that women work together, they support each other, and there are resources that are available for them to grow their businesses and be active in Kyrgyzstan's economy. And without women entrepreneurs, certainly Kyrgyzstan's economy would not be as vibrant as it is now. And my sister was joking. She said that they should have, in the announcement, they should have mentioned that you're just moderator and not part of, and not one of the speakers. Yeah, I was not a speaker, but it was a great honor to support today's event and join our ladies today in telling their stories, sharing their experience, and just be part of today's conversation. At this note, if there's no other question from the audience, I would like to wrap up our conversation. I would like to thank everyone who joined us. Nuraim, thank you. Aidzhan, thank you. Julis, thank you for your time that you took to prepare for this event and to share your stories with us and your experience.